Hi everyone, today's video is going to be my build for the Diecast Mafia's Demolition Derby Challenge. For this I'm using this Matchbox 62 Mercedes-Benz 220 SE sedan, which has been levied up as the Erie Roosevelt's, I'm sorry if I'm butchering that, the first female touring car Grand Prix winner. So I pretty much just picked this car because it's already got the numbers on it, and I don't really like freehanding painting the numbers on because it just makes a mess of it. So I just thought it would be perfect to turn into a Demolition Derby car, just change one or two of the panels and make it look roughed up a bit. So to start with disassembly, I use my power drill to drill up the post so I can pull it apart, like so. Then throw the base plate into a jar of bleach to dechrome it, which will take about 1 or 2 days, and then I'll have to pull it out, wash it off, which I'll just do off camera. In the meantime, I'm going to work on the body. So a while ago I saw this technique with tinfoil to make damaged body panels, and so I'm going to give it a try here. I then tore a piece of tinfoil, roughly about the size I needed. Now I've already tried this before, so this time I'm going to scrumple up the tinfoil just to give it those details and dents that I need, and then kind of thin it out but not too much so I can still keep the dents and stuff. After this I then place it over the body, and then using my graphite pencil, you don't really need a graphite pencil, it's just something with a tip that's blunt, and then I just kind of trace out the door lines. So I forgot to record this bit, but I cut this out, but with it cut I lightly apply some super glue and just kind of smooth it out, and then carefully position this in place, and then quickly try to smooth everything out before the super glue has a chance to set. Again, I use my pencil to kind of pick out some details such as the door handle and the body line. Off camera I did the same for the front fender, as you can see here. Next, since it's usually custom to remove all the glass on the Demolition Derby car and then put something over the front windshield to protect the driver, I decided to add some mesh. So off camera I cut this roughly to shape, and then just kind of push apply it to wrap around where the windshield used to be. Until I have something that looks like this, and then trim off the edges and then glue this in place. Next I plan to remove the Mercedes grille, which I feel, knowing this is going to be a derby car, they would probably take off as a souvenir. So to make up exposed radiator grille, I'm taking some corrugated styrene, and then roughly draw this out, cut it to shape, and then round off the corners, and finally glue this to the front post. With the base plate now dechromed, I can now cut off the grille. So I'm just going to use my jewel saw to cut this off. And a quick test fit shows everything goes together well. Next, in keeping with the Demolition Derby look I'm going for, I decided to put on some matching wheels. So I'm going to keep the front ones the same as the ones that came with it, but for the rear ones I've picked these ones out of my bits box. Can anyone guess which previous build these came from? And here's another quick test fit to see how everything looks. After this I make a start in the interior. Now, being a Demolition Derby car, one of the safety things is to remove the entire interior, and this is just in case there's a fire, so it doesn't catch fire. So first I cut off the partial shelf, and then the rear seats, and then I need to cut out the passenger seat. I did record this, but unfortunately my big hand's got in the way, so I've just skipped ahead to the final result. To keep the new rear wheels in position, I glue on the partial shelf. For the driver, I pick out this World War II 172 scale Italian soldier driver. I got a bunch of these from eBay. Obviously, fortunately I just don't have any female drivers, so I'm just going to have to use this one as a substitute. So I do a little quick test fit here, and it doesn't really fit quite well. So I remove the base of the seat with some sprue cutters. And then test fit again to check if there's any more issues. And with that working fine, I glue the driver in place. While that's off to the side setting, I get to work on filling the gap here. So off camera I just cut a piece of styrene and then just glue this in place. Another quick test fit of the body just to